So what I'm doing on these heat shields is I cut the straps off, and then I'm taking some silicone and I'm just putting a bead of silicone around this. Silicone I found is very good glue. Just like that. I don't want to make a big gooey mess and have it all sticking out the sides and whatnot. So then what I'm doing, see if I can do this one-handed, is I punched a couple holes in it right here where my fingers are because I got some bolts under here that I need to go around. And all right, let me see if I can set this down. Maybe you can still see what I'm doing. So I took a drill and I drilled holes in these pads for these bolt heads to stick through. Just like this and like that. And then I push them up tight. Push it down till the silicone engages with the hood. We let it dry. So the plan is to basically put tiles in here. So I take my next one and do the same thing with the silicone. The reason I used these was because I was not able to find heat shield material anywhere. I went to my automotive stores, you know, and tried to find a heat shield, and they didn't have it. They didn't have anything. They have the wrap that you could put around exhaust pipes, but they did not have anything else. So I realized in short order I would have to special order something, you know, for like firewall protection or whatever. So here's a case of what I got to do around a bolt. So I got a bolt right here. I'm going to put the tile up where I want it, and I'm going to push on the end of that bolt real hard, and it makes an indentation on the mat, and I can see right where to drill. Then I go out and I drill that. I just drill a small hole in there for that bolt, and now I can put it over the bolt, and voila. So I apply some silicone all the way around the outside edge. And then through the middle. And then we just affix it into place. Just like that. So these are really good heat shields. Like I said, they're used in welding, protect your arms. And they do a really good job of that, so they can handle quite a bit of heat. So that's why I chose these. And any welding supply store will have these. Buy them in a 6-pack like I didn't buy mine. Mine were gifted to me by a special friend. But yeah. So that's offering some protection. I mean, there's obviously gaps here. We'll see what happens. I mean, that's right underneath my mat, underneath my rubber mat. So now I'll apply a couple over here. I'm going to take a look. Looks like These are exactly the width of my muffler, so I think if I apply them like this, I should be perfectly good and protected. Put one here. Wait a minute. Think about this, Ken. There we go. That way. Ooh, that was close. Almost did it wrong. Gotta think before you do stuff, Ken. There again, silicone's on the back, and they just get glued to the area that you want to protect. Foil side out, because foil's reflective. So there is all my heat shielding for the exhaust. So that's the best I can do, and that's what I'm gonna do. And we'll call her good. So that'll take a day or half a day or so to set up, cure, and that should be protected because the muffler's in that corner of the engine. So there we are. So we'll let that sit for a little while, and then we'll get on to other things.